Hello, everybody. It's been a while. I've just came back from my holidays. Been to a few places, and I really miss doing this live with my team. And so glad to
Hmm.
have you here with us today, Annie. This is so amazing.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be with all of
Yes.
you and have fun
And
and
so
see what comes up.
today's topics is going to be so interesting. Partially the inspiration came because I've been traveling, and my last trip was at Bali, and it was near the sea, and just hearing the crashing wave, just hearing and feeling the sea breeze, and just walking by the beach, feeling the sand, feeling the cold seawater, just knowing that there are just so many things inside the sea that actually helps and support our ecosystem, helping Earth, that we don't realize. We always think about Mother Earth. We think about the plants. We think about the trees. We think about the land. Um, then there is also a very big community. As we all know, 70% of Earth is actually covered by the sea. But how often do we pay more attention and spare more thoughts to the sea, to the creatures of the sea, just because we don't see them most of the time? So today I thought it would be good to give them, you know, a voice and lend them our voices, to let the people, let the humanity, let consciousness be more familiar and be more aware and learn more about how we can work with them to create a better living environment and raise our consciousness. So, Annie, I know that I often give you topics just like at the 11th hour before our scheduled live, but you're such a trooper.
Yeah. But usually you already channel something or you send something, so it's already with us within and we forgot to open the circle.
We haven't, yeah, we haven't. Let's do that.
And then let's see who comes up.
Yeah,
Yes.
I definitely want King Neptune to come today. So let's see. But yes,
I
connecting heart to
I'll be on
heart,
it. Mhm.
sending out our love to all the spaces we occupy, and as far as our consciousness can stretch to the end of this galaxy, to the end of this universe, inviting all the sentient brothers and sisters want to come forward to join us in this YouTube live. I now declare the circle open. The invitation's open. Let's see who joins us today.
I'm water.
Hello, water.
I'm you. You are me. Didn't you say 70% of Earth?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't men and women mostly over 70% of made from water?
Of course. Yes, you are correct.
Mm. You are me, I am you.
Indeed. Tell us more.
There are fluctuations, manifestations. I am the rhythm. I'm the flow. I am harsh and very sometimes. I am very difficult. I can destroy and I can submerge, but I'm also like a tiny whisper, a little drop falling on your forehead, coming from the sky. I am me. You are you. Yet it seems to be less and less compatible.
Mm. What do you mean? We're less and less compatible. Something happened?
Yes, the water contained in bodies, for example, for intense instance, changes.
Mm-hmm.
And as a doctor who studied water, the energy flow from water, the picture, the blueprint of water and frequencies. We are less compatible because many men are distracted. Many men and women are not aware of their energy levels and frequencies they are wearing, embodying. And as for myself, I'm aware of what's going on. I'm aware of feeling filthy sometimes, and it is not my own decisions.
Tell us what you need from us, from
More
humanity.
awareness, taking responsibilities, making the change, looking at your own reflection into water, seeing also what the aftermath of your own decisions, the ripple effect that men and women are creating, the consequences also multiply. Many civilizations are also living underwater and are suffering from the impact of men over the world. Plastic, for instance, coming more and more submerging and foliating the underground, disturbing beings and also animals, restricting movements, restricting also the quality of water.
Understand. Thank you for your message. It is bleak, and it's time for us to awaken and be aware and
Mhm.
be more mindful. Thank you, water. Thank you.
You are the blue planet,
Yes, we are. We're not doing.
and
Mhm.
yes, and it seems that many moments in the histories where many civilizations or mankind have disappeared. I'm not saying that to distress you. I'm saying that for their own good and the good of Mother Gaia, it was how humanity could live on. I mean, a part of water cleans, but it also ravages. Hmm. I am sometimes a monster. I am also redemption. I am everything. But right now, I'm also in a part of my history where I have also less control.
Mm. Yes, indeed. Thank you,
It
Water.
is not my own decisions. There's so many apocalyptical events. It doesn't mean the ends. I choose that word to make you, to create a resonance. You're in a, create vibration in your inner self, making the call.
Understand. Thank you, Water. Before you leave, do you have one key message for us to take away?
Where your awareness and also your drops of water contained in your cells resonates. They are very, very powerful. But it seems 99% of the humanity has forgotten about their divine gifts.
Mm, you're right. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes, my
Thank you,
pleasure.
Water. Thank you. Thank you for that. We have many guardians in the sea who works with water and the sea. I wonder if one of the guardians, either the mermaid, King Neptune, the whales, the dolphins, would like to come forward to give us a perspective of how to work with them to improve our spiritual growth, humanity's consciousness, and for the well-being of Earth, the blue planet.
I'm hearing the sound of the name Poseidons.
Poseidon?
Yes.
Ooh,
Sounds
Poseidon.
always French in my ear, sorry.
Poseidon,
Poseidons, yes.
please come forward.
I'm here to remind you of all the possibilities of the fractal effect of water. It vanishes like also metamorphosis. It is constant movement. There's no single moment. There's no flow. It is always alive. It is always in transition. It is always an open gate, like a mirror. It is also a blessing for many of you, depending on your own religion. Water is your symbol of purity. It is exactly so, without any connection on with a specific religion. You can create magic or alchemy with water. Don't you feel better after taking a shower, a bath? Don't you
Yes.
feel your resources being an expansion?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to remind you that many of you are comfortable seating in their own limited belief systems. I'm here to promote you to and remind you that any cell needs to find and search for balance. You can, no cells of your own being is passive. They're all playing their own role, exchanging, communicating, and finding their own way or rhythm, depending where they belong to. And water around the cells and in the cells is distributing energy, bringing messages, making sure the exchanges of osmosis.
Mm. Poseidon, in the work that you do, what have you been doing to support us and the sea? Because you play a very important role in balancing both humanity, the land, we would mostly live on land, and yet we take so much from the sea.
Mhm. Many of you uh, have a very shut awareness. They don't communicate with us. You don't need to. However, there's a lack of respect. There are feelings of taking everything for granted. Mm. And then you get surprised that suddenly water invades your own
Yeah,
village or
like the flood or the tsunami.
destroy. Yes. This is an echo call. This is a reminder that we coexist together. The selfishness of humanity, not everyone, is so baffled into your own story that you don't see or feel connected or living here. Your mind is elsewhere, your body elsewhere. And that's the sadness of it. We're here to bring back the flow until the you see. You might need flood to realize what's going on. It's not just in reactions how you are using in excess. Mother Earth, you're not cohabitating, you're just habitating selfishly. And it makes me feel, or it makes me enrage. Oh, yes, I create cataclysms, not because I want people to die, because sometimes it takes what it takes. Most of you are very irresponsible, immature, disconnected. What's the purpose? How much messages do you need, clear messages do you need to react or to even understand? We're not here just like a fly that buzzes you around. We're here to send a clear message. Are you listening? That is what you need to hear now. Make amends. Take amends.
What do we need to
It
do?
is not too late. Are you waiting for everything to be gone, to realized that it was there and it was beautiful. I'm here also to remind that and also I am concerned that many brains of those men and women seem to be completely disconnected. Their human senses seems to be disconnected in their brains.
Poseidon. Yes, I agree that there are a lot of disconnect, lack of understanding, too caught up with our day to day being bigger, better, faster, that we step on things that support us and take them for granted. What and how can we do to awaken to this veil of distraction, of, I guess, unconsciousness, unawareness, selfishness?
Bring back the we instead of I.
Mhm.
It is as simple as that.
Okay, thank you.
The hard work is being together.
Mm.
Right now, you are in our one of the most moment, one of the moment in the history. There was the crusade, yes. And it was the Roman Empire when there was only war everywhere. But right now, there are many different layers of war. It's not just in between countries, in between opinions. Everything is about self-expression, being heard,
Yeah.
but not listening. Everyone sees themselves as individuals. They don't see the family or the humanity as one, a blue planet. If you would see yourself in the sky from another perspective, you would realize that you're just one a very small thing. When what will it take for people to gather and stick together? Not even a illness like COVID brought you together.
It's a hard pill to swallow. It made us more individualistic. It made us
Yes,
more
that
separated.
was the purpose. It was the other way around. See that everyone, a body is a body and there's an illness. And instead of that, people started to seek and step into fear and
Oh,
created more fear and created more stories and more,
conspiracy. There's so many
not
conspiracy.
just conspiracy. Yeah, but that was the moment where the fluctuation. So if you think that middle age was rough, that was also a milestone just a few years ago. And we can see and observe that the evolution of mankind.
Indeed. Okay, you have brought a lot of bleak
Niggle,
approach.
niggle. Yes.
Well, thank you, Poseidon.
You know what? I know it seems to be difficult to rely alone, but remember that Your voice is much stronger. It is not a shield and it's not there to persecute. It's there to resonate, not to criticize. Use your voice differently. That's the air. That's another element that your frequencies are traveling.
Yeah, understand. Thank you, Poseidon. Thank you.
Hmm. Less words, more hearing.
Easier said than done.
Mhm. Yes.
Take your time and we'll have a quick chat about what water and Poseidon have shared with us.
Wow, okay. Um,
I can feel a lot of giving them a voice to air their grievances and about how we have really taken a very wrong approach towards humanity and not doing our best to serve humanity, but we are selfishly serving ourselves.
it reminds me that, when we have pain
Mm.
from we always think it's going to go away. And I think that's the humanity, how it reacts now. It's like we're hoping it's going to go away until one day it just crashes up. And there's no other ways to deal with it. It's just
We're all like the
also,
frogs, when we put ourselves in that water, and then as the water gets boiling, and then we just like
yeah.
we can handle it and handle it until we die. And it is bleak what they're saying, and part of the reason why coming back from Bali I wanted to do this topic was also because there was a lot of flood in Bali. And when I was near the sea, I was thinking about the tsunamis and thinking about, the danger, all the wrath of the water. And if we don't take care of it, the pollution of the sea and the fishes suffering. And we're eating fishes that are, I guess, tainted with radiation and pollution. There's just so much damage done to the sea, and it's easy for us to just throw it to the sea thinking that they will fix itself, the ecosystem in there will fix itself, but it is
Mhm.
not. Somebody is fixing it, and that's either the sea, which is Mother Earth trying to create balance, and soon it's going to be out of balance. Soon it's going to be out of balance. The sea is polluted with nuclear waste, is polluted with all our oil spill, and people just keep dumping things into the sea thinking that the sea will fix itself.
Yeah, it's not normal that we eat fish and they have also plastic or heavy metals in it. And yeah,
Mm.
so I do think today the exchange was mostly focused on wake up or it's gonna be it will hurt even more. And that also that we need to see and approach it also not just like together and not as individuals.
Yeah.
Yes.
And water, saying that water is us, and that is absolutely correct, that we, you know even when we do fasting, like, when we fast and not eat, we can't do without water. Like, we cannot fast without water. We have to have water. Like, we cannot live without water. We can live without food, absolutely, no problem. But we cannot live without water. So,
Mm.
but yet here we are polluting the water and wasting water and not really recognizing how precious water is, just because there seems to be so much abundance of it.
Mm. And it's not just the ocean, it's also the small rivers, where I live in Germany. So I don't know how many small cities have been flooded by, little 30 centimeter or I don't know, in inches, and like very small flip rivers that becomes like 2 meters high all of a sudden. And how everything is like a small village can very be devastated and very quickly in a couple of minutes. So we have seen also in America. So it's not just the ocean, it's also water in general. So yeah, it's in the air. It's also above you. And I think this is where we can like always think about also water is like under the ground, but also it's above us too. The humidity also when it changes and yeah, so there's a lot. I think there's definitely we need to maybe come back to the this team in about couple of weeks or maybe a couple of months, but definitely this is yeah, very today was like even though it was water was like very airy and very passionate like it was like fire. Like water was on fire today. And then talking and asking us I'm like to act, not just to react. I think it's maybe and also
Yes.
take the time to yeah to overlook. So what I do every day, I try to, since we had periods here in Germany last year, it was so we didn't get much rain. And like sometimes it rains for like an hour and you're getting like water for 3 weeks. But sometimes it was very dry. And I remember that it was August, it was really like 38 degrees, 36 degrees, like 2 weeks nonstop. And we didn't have waters. It was difficult also for farmers. And one politician, he did mention like we should stop taking baths and showers and just use the
Bunch.
a sponge, yeah, for 2 weeks. It's like okay, so but since then. So when I scrub myself and with everything with the soap, I always stop the water now. Like, and we pay for water here. When I live in Canada, you're not paying, you don't have a water tax. So I'm a little bit more aware here, like how conscious about how important it is to, you know, take less as possible or, being more aware like the quantity you're using and then yeah.
Yeah, we pay for water too in Singapore. Absolutely. We pay for that. But when I was in Australia, living in a apartment, we didn't have to. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Canada too, Australia, Canada. If you watch my country, if you always like take Google Maps and you go always you zoom in, zoom in, zoom in, like you just seeing water, like a lot of water, like there's no 2, 3 kilometers, like you won't see there's like a little river or something like around. There will be always a lake or something like that. So we're not being paid, so we're not aware. And then everybody has also a pool. So how much water we're using also for that, and the water hose, the automatically the sprinklers for your greenery in your garden. But yeah, so people are more aware now that we should save and just consume as much as we can, like which we need, and not overuse it.
So let's talk to the dolphins, the mermaids, or the whales, and let's get their perspective. Many times people tend to talk to the dolphins, the mermaids in their cards, right? Like they have all this. Today I have this angelic activation cards, but there
Oh,
are
cool.
yeah, but other people tend to have dolphins card, mermaid cards, and thinking that that will give them a bit more of awareness, consciousness, reminder, and that's how they serve us. But I believe the mermaids, the dolphins, and the whales serve us in a much bigger way than just being on our cards for us to do readings from. So I thought that let's let people get to know them better. So let's see who comes forward.
So I have the whale and the dolphin. And I said, like, who wants to speak to them first? But now they're dancing together. It's like, I'm like, I want, no, you go first. No, you go first. And but I'm the whale.
Hello, Will.
Hear my chant.
Yes.
Sometimes it is a desperation chant. Not my desperations for my kind. Is sometimes we are afraid for what happens with you, mankind.
I can
We
feel
cohabit the same planet, same space. It's not just a planet, it is a family.
this.
We do consider you as part of our family. Do you see us part of your family? And that's what makes me sad.
We want to see you as a family. Well, I do. We are, after all, from one earth.
Mm.
There's no other earth. Just this little blue planet.
We are also holder from transcripts, coding. We are we are also warriors. We also some energy with family members, mirrors, mermaids, and all the galactic people living under the water. We live as an ecosystem family. We are the hidden secret. We are holding peace. We are holding security.
Tell us about your whale songs. When you sing, the frequencies and vibrations that you send throughout the sea, how do they serve in their resonance?
Some of them reach out to North Pole to keep the base of the card of the map. We tune in frequencies that allow also the planet to move or change the laterals and also stays in its magnetic fields. And also we secure that the ecosystem, but also all ecosystems, receive the codes and also with subtles. So sometimes amplify we amplify the codes that we also receive as gateway keepers. We also we transmit the we transmit also the information from the galactic consoles, but also from many other civilizations. We are in contact with many different frequencies, but also different beings. living beings and also different realms. And we always measure up everything so all the frequencies sum up and also blend into a beautiful osmosis, but also into um, a level a level that a mankind can accept also as the humanity or Mother Gaia is transcending to the next dimensions or forwards to the next dimensions. So we do receive codes, we transmit them, or sometimes we have to make subtle changes. We're also responsible of the magnetic fields. We also work not just with other whales. We are, like I said, working with different uh, teams. Dolphins are ones.
Mm,
Many of them, many of them.
I see. Are there differences between the whales? Like, how do they form and organize themselves?
Mm. A bit like mankind. So there's been evolutions, there's been also specific part of the worlds and reproductions also. But we all, um, even though the different shapes and sizes, we do work all the same. We transmit, we chant, and we create balance.
I understand. Thank you, Bill.
Sometimes we work a little bit slowly, and that's why the dolphins are much more faster than us. They do tap into other frequencies, which is also very useful.
Yes, they do emit a sharper and higher frequency.
Yes,
Mm.
that's why we are an absolutely best team.
Thank you, Bill. I really love it that you confirm that you are and we are family.
Yes, we are mammals like you are.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Bill.
We love you so much.
Same. Yeah, I hope that the rest of humanity appreciates all the work that the whales have done and contributed to us.
Uh, Even though you don't see those civilizations anymore, we're still in contact with Lemurians
Mm,
and Atlantis and many others. We are often work with Pleiadians, Lyrans, and other planets.
thank you. Let's bring on either the dolphins who have been probably waiting and the mermaids.
I'm feeling I'm feeling a lot of sadness about the giving so much, they invest so much, and how we have, through mm, millennials, treated the whales like we respect them, but we chase them too. And
Yeah,
oh,
I know.
yeah. Okay, dolphin. I am a dolphin.
A dolphin?
Yes.
Hello?
Hello. I'm happy to be here.
Mm, I'm here happy to hear from you.
Yes. Hmm.
Tell us what we
We
need to know about the dolphins, how to work with you at a spiritual level, as well as your observation of what humanity need to do.
hmm. We are always available to for your requests. We hear you, not just through waters. We tap into lineage. Lineage.
Mm,
We are calibrating time zones, timelines. We It's like the whales work horizontally on Earth and but we work also with vertically. They do receive codes and we transmit them too. Since we're working fast, we can access and work for specific regions or specific needs. Whales are mostly working for long distance or an average, not average, but in bigger or we tap in and we're more like not as we're not working as abroad as they do, but
mhm.
we work in specific needs or we work rapidly into specific regions. We also move with our family. We don't stay to one specific region. Sometimes we do travel the world.
Can you tell us a bit more of the work that you do?
Yes, we are working with different civilizations. We work like we said before, different timelines. So we have access to information that can be useful today without changing the timeline now. But we do have reports or information that could be what can help us to bring balance into the world and to humanity. We are mostly working for synergy. We don't change the magnetic field like the whales, but we do here to accelerate, for instance, dimensions, frequencies. So when Mother Gaia goes through a certain part of the world is raising her own or is in elevations, we usually tend to gather and work with her or support her. So we work for humans, but we're mostly dedicated for Mother Gaia. I see.
Then, okay, makes sense. What about the codes? The whales talk about the codes.
Yeah, the whales receive them, and we are here also to transmit them. So we're always also underwater and contacts. We do, we have our own meetings
Mhm.
every once in a while, but however, depending also, and we're also aware of what's happening in most part of the world. So we gather the information on what's happening worldwide, and when and the whales are mostly work communicating with them. So
Mm,
sometimes I do say we work horizontally, but sometimes we switch. But it's just depending where the information is coming and the codings too. And sometimes it is underneath if it's like dimensions that we're tapping in. we're there to work with time, but also we always work with whales. Whales will always have the records, and we're here to calibrate and also foreseen what from the other timelines, what would be the best adjustment. So like I said, we synchronize and calibrate and elevate. So we speed up, and like we said, we try to also help when Mother Gaia is elevating or transcending. So
Understand.
this is mostly, so it's a back and forth. You could maybe say that the whales are more in contact with the galactic councils and different realms. Us too, more with the mermaids. But mostly we always work as a team. But most of the information will be first contacted or will be taken from for or the whales will be informed and we're here then to assist. So we're mostly like the whales assistants, if you say, but also we're helpers. We're helping Gaia, we're helping the whales, and yeah, and we're here also to have fun.
So how do you call your team? Guardians of the Sea, or how do
That's a
you
good
call
one.
yourself?
For seekers.
For seekers?
Yes. We observe, we yeah, we interact. We're good observers.
Mm-hmm.
We yeah, you can call us guardians, but that's a little bit boring, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We're 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 the team. We're the legion. Legion. Yes, yes, yes.
The legions of the sea.
Yeah,
Nice,
yes.
nice.
But the
Okay.
peaceful ones, peaceful. Now we
Of
come in
course,
peace.
like the angels, they also have the legions of.
Yes, we do work with these realms too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes this is the pattern that we work, but sometimes the angelic realms, or we work a lot with Lyrans.
Mm,
So they or anyone coming from the different timelines, from Orion, Sirius, other constellations too.
I see.
Other constellation that were also sea made or water made.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. We used to
Hmm.
talk to a lot of dolphin who call herself Mimi, but I'm so glad to talk to you today.
I can tell you also, there's not just ray of light, there's ray of water.
Mm?
It's another frequency.
Yeah.
It also, it's not as fast, but it's a more like a subtle one.
Oh, it'd be interesting if one day I meet a ray of water.
Yes, we can try that.
Thank you
But
so much.
that's
Yeah.
why we are also in contact with unicorns and other beings like that. But
Mm,
we have also friends that are dragons, the
of
undersea
course.
dragons.
I
Yes.
can imagine. You're friendly and have so many friends.
Yeah.
Thank you, dolphins. I'll talk to
Thank
you
you.
soon. I'll talk to the mermaids. There's so many myths about the mermaids. They were known to be the sirens in the Greek mythology, where their sounds and voices make the sailors lose their senses. And nobody have really truly met a
Mer
mermaid. I
maid,
wonder, yeah?
mer maid.
Hello.
Who decided to call us like that?
I don't know. What would you prefer to be called?
Good questions.
Mm-hmm. And could you describe a little of how you look like? Because I only see pictures that humans imagined you to be, but every human's imagination have to come from somewhere. So there
Mm.
must be hints somewhere of how the mermaids look like. There's so many legends spoken about the mermaids.
We have a spectral effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We actually change forms.
Mm-hmm.
We are made of air and fluid,
Mm.
and sometimes we can disappear.
Mm.
While shape-shifting, we can be invisible to you, but we are there.
So are you like what the pictures depicted you to be, half human on top and with a fish tail?
You can say that. Well, mostly air, hair.
Mostly hair
Okay. Yes,
in
our
the
hair
sea?
is, yes, this
Wow.
is what also we travel with our hair. We have this agility to move on, to move our hair. It's not just a tail or something like that. Actually, we have a lot of power into, we can vanish, we can very jump over, like it's our motor. It's not just the arms or the tail moving. So maybe you have a misconception about that, is that we're not just moving with our tail, with the, but we are made, sometimes we don't have like just one tail. We do have two legs. We do have some scales on it. Um, it helps it, but like since we're shape shifting, and changing very rapidly more our morphology, um, the air stays there the whole time. So it's mostly not just flamboyant, it is also like a quail. If you see octopus, it's
Yes.
moving, it's like that. So it's not like an octopus, but it does have some similarities.
And what color? It's different mermaids with different colors.
We have different colors, indigos and
Mm.
flamboyant reds, and we change colors all the time. When we need
And
to appear human, then we don't have the colors.
and do you have eyes, nose, mouth, hands, ears,
Yes. Hmm.
teeth, tongue?
Teeth a bit different.
Are they sharp
It's
like the fishes?
hmm.
I can
Yes.
imagine. That's purely because you live in the sea and you eat those diet, and therefore your teeth needs to be suited for the environment.
Hmm. We can live underwater. We can live outside of the water too.
Yes, there are many
Our
legends.
our lungs work differently.
Mm-hmm.
They can recover. Um, they adapt very rapidly, but we need always to be moistured. We need incredible a lot of water, so that's why we always live close by
Mm.
a sea, sometimes lakes, but not very long. We need salt.
There are so many legends about mermaids taking shape into humans to live among us.
Legends, yes. Um, However, we do take some shapes, but the story they tell about us being harmful is wrong.
About your beautiful song that lead the sailors astray, drive them crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, enough about your description about how you look like. I'm more curious about how you work with humanity, with earth, with spirit realms.
We still have contact to our planet.
Your planet, where did you come
Mhm.
from?
Serious?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Some parts, since of the different timelines with the dolphins, were able to tap in where it was still available.
Were the dolphins also from the Syrians
Yes.
and the
And
whales?
just one of the many planets, there's been also, we had to change many times, like the Lyrans. We had to follow. We've been chased, dark energies.
Space?
The same dark energies you can find here on Earth, unfortunately. That's why we work since we know them and we still stay also make sure that they're not really aware. That's why the legends are so useful because they are legends. And then we stay somehow somewhat unreachable because it's part of the history. It doesn't, but yeah, so we keep a low profile.
I'm
And
glad because look at what happened to the whales and to the dolphins,
yes,
where
unfortunately.
the humans sometimes hunt them, eat
Mm,
them. I'm so glad that you are unreachable.
yes. We understand we can forgive the humans because we know they are manipulated. They are somehow stuck or brought away from their own divine energy.
Mm, indeed.
There are
Unfortunately.
so many fails. Unfortunately, there are so many different energies, controlled energies, mm, unwanted energies, and um, unrespectful energies, murderous energies that are gathered. They don't want for humans, but mostly Mother Gaia to transcend.
Mm, yes, I'm aware. So that's why there are so many teams working on it right now.
Yes. We
Hopefully, we're
also
in time.
work with you, Violet Ray.
Yes. Tell me more. How do we work together?
Yeah, for many cases, we did show up and help
Mm-hmm.
you to find information or help you for healing. It
Yeah.
helps us also to heal our own history.
Yes. I should get my
It
team together.
closes, yes,
Mm,
it closes
mm.
the breaches that always, and stops the dark energies
You
and
speak about
bullet
the
energies.
you speak about the dark energies. What's your observation about the dark energies movement right now?
Mm. Definitely in big control.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely being working with unaware misconceptions, unconsciousness, retrieving all energy sources that would help to transcend. Mm, really keeping everything low frequencies and energies, creating a grid, mm, manipulating, and yes,
Is there anything we can do to stop that?
spread consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is easier to say than to do. However, one fractal at a time, let's just say that one one person at a time who resonates reaches us the universe,
Mm,
and you are all connected to source.
yeah,
That's what you need to remember. You are the source too.
indeed.
And the dark energy is retrieving you or refraining you from your own truth.
Who are the dark energies? Where do they come from? How can we be more aware of them?
Mm. They are within your society.
Mm-hmm.
They are as far as below as everywhere. They insinuate false stories. They manipulate information. They, but the social medias spreading out, they control a big about the information. They are the ones having their hands on watching you too.
Are they working with the entity?
Yes, but not all
Mm-hmm.
what you think entity is entity.
Mm-hmm.
They are controlling one part of it, not the wholeness. And remember what you think, what is entity, there's a part of it that helps you.
Yes, of course. I'm aware.
It is difficult to keep it and always this awareness, dragging your awareness everywhere you go and what you do. It's about knowing what you consume. Asking question, is it really true?
Mm.
And well, the difficulty is that many humans have stopped thinking on their own. They don't
This is
have
true.
their own, they think they have their opinion, and that's how dark energies has controlled their minds. Before it was easy, it was religions, but since religion is more and more left to the side, this is also that's why the dark energy had to come back and
Yeah.
refrain because now some of the religions was not doing that. People are stepping out of some churches.
You have new religion called social media. We
That's a new
follow
religion.
because we're following different influencers, adoring them, putting them on pedestal, giving them donations.
Mhm.
That's the new religion.
Mhm.
Oh well.
They're just questions. You are allowed to ask questions.
Mm. Well,
You.
honestly, all the messages that came from the legions from the sea, which is the
Oh, like
whales,
that.
the
Yes.
whales, the dolphin, Poseidon, water,
And the commanders.
commanders.
Yes, we are the commanders too.
Oh, commanders. Yes. It's all very bleak for humanity right now. It is all
Yes.
very, very desolate about
Hmm.
where we're heading to, our lack of awareness, our selfishness, our inability to think, and our it's so easy to manipulate and control us that we lose our sense of our light that we come from source because we're so caught up with our day-to-day survival, our fears, our lack of acceptance that we are loved and we are light. We forget that and therefore not accept that. So, all the messages, I think, from the commanders of the sea, from the legions of the sea, is to wake up. Easier said than done, especially when the energies of distraction to keep us away from our light is stronger and more persuasive than anything. I want
But
to know.
also, but you can still step out for a moment
Yes,
when you,
so I see it as a veil. So my
yeah.
question is, how do we crash and get rid of this veil?
First of all, ask better questions and
Yeah.
ask yourself, is this really your own opinion? Are you a follower?
Mm. People like followers.
That's why this is like, see how insane everything has been created with such an easiness to create unfluctuation,
Yeah.
to bring the people to a numbness, irresponsible.
I wonder how other planets are organized or other species are organized or even how the mermaids are being organized such that you are not influenced or distracted like humans.
We are functioning, we are functional, we are family, and we are not just individuals. That's the difference. What's happening here is, first of all, duality.
Mm-hmm.
That duality creates separation, not just discernment. But your job here on earth is to discern. But when you tap into duality, and most of people, they choose one side. And that creates the separation between people. So instead of we, there's a I.
Yeah, there absolutely is.
And think about it. I is also an I. You are being watched
Mm.
when you are functioning as just one. You are into tapping in the I.
Wow. Okay. That's
But
mind blowing.
you know what? I think that, you know, just having guilty feelings won't help, and saying mea culpa is, it's not, it's just people need to gather more and more together, and not just for one evenings, but the, and doesn't have to live into communes, but there's this really authentic from the heart communication. So the heart is a portal and it has been closed off. It's
Mm.
just like the mind is like really being, you know, focused and just disconnecting from the heart. But if the heart is there, the other, when a heart sees another heart, it's like a dog. Well, God, dogs breed that they like each other, but they tap in. Then there is this we. So it's just a disconnection of the heart, and also they also, what is very insidious is that your whole social medias and your working, where you, how you work, your body is also creating you as passive followers. You cannot move. You are being locked to, or glued to your TV or your computer or your phone. You're completely distracted from your environment. You don't see it anyway. So this is very genius what they have created. The same new technology helps to move forward, but that was one of the
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, very bleak. And mermaid, I'm surprised that you are so aware of the technology that it's causing us to be so separated. Thank you
Mm,
for
you're
the
welcome.
reminder. Thank you so much, the commanders and the legions of the sea. Take your time, Annie. Let's come back.
Wow, that was deep.
That was a lot of warnings and a lot of bleak messages to let us know time for us to wake up, away from all the social media, away from, just being individuals. It's time for us to be a family. And I really felt it from the whales when they said that we are families, but do you see us as families?
Hmm.
That
Hmm.
really brought tears to me, that no, even between humans, it's so hard to even for us to think about each other as family. If we did, there will be no wars. If we did, we will not be trying to kill off each other and fight for each other's land. We will want to ensure everybody have a safe roof over their head. But
Mm.
that's not how we work. It's like more for you, less for me. So, right?
Yeah.
So let's just work harder for myself because I don't want less for me. That's how the humans work. That's how the humans have been trained to think about, bigger, better, faster. And then it's all about me, 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 and instant gratification. And so
Yeah. Yeah. At the cost of something else, or
we don't think about spiritual growth. We don't think about humanity. We think about ourselves. We think about our life. We think about what's good for us and then what's good for our family. It's so
mm,
hard to pull ourselves away from all that and think not just about ourselves, but think about the world we live in, that everybody, every creature on the same planet, we are family.
hmm, yeah. I mean, definitely. I'm just like I'm speechless. It was really maybe
So much
direct.
insights. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting them to be so observant and aware, given that they're more at the sea. I mean, like, we know so little about the sea for us. We know that the fishes come from the sea, and that's basically it. We
I
know that
think there's
salt
also
water.
a function that's why they're I mean they're it's not their low profile, but they are below. But mostly there's a reason why those communities are being there because they're mostly a bit of out of reach, and that's how they in tune the not just the information, the coding, and also how they try to keep the the synergy and also the balance that we know we're still able to have a life, like if it wouldn't be them to be there, and like I don't think that we would still be there. I think they're really holding the two poles. I think they're holding a lot, and but we should just listen to water. And I think like we should just go and tap into water. Like when you swim, you can't bring, well, some people do, but like you don't have your laptop or your mobile phone. You're like, I think that you feel connected and somehow, well, I'm pretty sure that there's something happening also with the frequencies of the water that the water drops, the sea also communicate with your own cells, the water drops that you
Yes.
have also.
So
Yeah.
that's
So,
why prayers over our water and our
mm,
food is so important. We are actually changing the consciousness of the food
yeah.
and the frequency and vibration, and that only happens because of the water in there. And so we tend, like I've created with the teams, with the channelers, the water where we infuse the energy of love, of healing, of abundance, of all that of the energy into the water and change the consciousness of the water so that when
Mm.
we bring it into us, when we drink it, it then manifests and vibrate and changes the frequency within us.
Mm.
Yeah.
That
And
sounds, can't wait to try that.
yeah, I think we should all do that, just bringing our intention to the water that we drink with so much love, so much healing, so much appreciation and gratefulness. And then when you consume that frequency and vibration will then resonate throughout our system and bring a lot more awareness and consciousness of who we are and expand to know that we are not alone, that we are not individuals, we are families with every living being, every sentient being that's on earth,
Yeah.
in this galaxy, in this universe. Oh well, I wasn't expecting this to be a very bleak warning, awakening type of live today. But I guess these messages need to be heard. Hard pill to swallow. Um, but we got to take this pill and wake up. And wake up
Hmm.
to how we are treating the sea, the water, and humanity and earth. And we must do something about it. So before we go, Annie, shall we send some healing energy to the guardians, the commanders of the sea, and all who reside within the sea, just to lighten their energy a bit and
Hmm.
give them some healing energy? Let's do that. And let's see who wants to come forward for the healing and to heal. I'd like to heal the whales, the dolphins, the mermaids, the sea, the water, and all the fishes. Who is coming forward to support us and help us?
Water.
Hello, water. Thank you for coming forward.
Pleasure.
Shall I give you the codes?
That would be really appreciated.
Let me give
And
you. Mm-hmm.
before you do anything, we would like to say thank you and share our gratefulness with everyone who has always a thought. I think about us, integrate us as a family member,
Mm,
and already create a new flow, not just flood, but a flood of love. That would be that would be nice.
indeed. Let me begin to give you the consciousness and the codes for the water to heal the guardians, the legions, and the commanders of the sea. Kirar kutumurta ktisira kadamierta, shiru kutusurta shikatamierta, inukarayira katasad, isamur kutiara katashirta, inukura katayata, inarura katasi, ishukutuhura kanamala katisurtu, shinayarta, ishakura katiata, inakura katasayeta, shirura katisi, shanakatahayoto, inakura katamarta, shirakatisiarta katashia, irkotohorta kamarta, shirayata, sarokotomita, ishani kutohurta katisarta, shiara katasiarchkuti. Go. Go send this beautiful healing energy to all the bodies of water.
Mm. I'm hearing I'm in peaceful. I am at peace. I am peace.
And those that needs to go to the light, may we have the boatman by the side
Mhm.
to pick those up, the wandering souls, the lost spirits, the lost souls that were lost at sea
Mhm.
from shipwrecks, from any other accidents, drowning accidents. Pick them up. They're gonna ask me which timeline. Let's do this timeline first.
I am the light.
Hello. Thank you for
I'm
coming.
here to come for salvation. Mm. Showing the pathway for those who want.
To go to the light.
Yes,
To encourage them to go to the light so they can move on to the next adventure,
it is a free will.
to the next experience. No need to stay for something that no longer necessary.
It is indeed my observation that
Mhm.
for those of you here on Earth now that think you don't have any options, it does not just happen after life, it happens very often within life, and then you reproduce and replicate after life.
Mm,
And then you come back trying to achieve or understand that again and again.
let's break this pattern. Let's welcome new experiences.
Ask your audience if they are ready to be aware.
Mm,
Ask them if they know they have other possibilities.
yes, let's ask. Are you all
Mhm.
aware that we do all have options? We have free will,
Mm.
and we have every ounce and inches of beautiful possibilities awaiting for us.
Yes.
If only we are willing to let go of this one.
But not only that, yeah, is that you think by also making changes, this will not help really. It will not make any changes or will not unsolve, will not solve the problem.
Mm,
That's the problem, is that you think that you are alone.
mm,
If you think you are joining many of you thinking, asking questions and seeing the light, seeing maybe other options, then you are asking questions. You are seeking the truth.
mm.
That's how to do it. Ask better questions. It is not just to find out what is your branding or something for companies to know in which branch. It is also ask better questions for yourself.
Yes, we all need to think and learn to discern and ask questions
Yep. So I'm
and not
here.
drive for the same outcome all the time. We should be open for different experiences.
Exactly. That's where you can always come back. You think you're open, you always come back, but somehow you get lost on the way. I'm here to remind you have many options. You always have options, even though you think you don't.
Yeah. It's just whether we're willing to let go. I always have this analogy of this monkey.
It's not always to let go. Sometimes it's can you take it in?
That's true too. Good point.
Hmm.
But I
And
like
so
to talk about,
sometimes try one or the other. It's like let it go or take it in. Can you take in success? Can you take in love?
mm, you
Mm.
are right.
Like a cell, it's all about coming in, rejecting, or taking. There's always an exchange.
Yeah. Well. Lots of philosophical and wise discussion
Mm.
today. Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Light. I hope you have taken all those beings who are willing to leave and go to the light.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all who joined us today on YouTube Live. I hope our viewers actually do take some gems from here, even though it is such a bleak and
I should hope
reminder.
so. I should hope so. It's not only gems, but it opens the heart. Remember, the heart has to be connected to seek the other heart too.
It's true. Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all for dropping in. And thank you all for sharing your observation and your wisdom with us. Thank you. Connecting heart to heart, we now declare the circle closed. Annie, come back. Take your time.
And it's hard to come back.
Indeed, it's very strong. I could feel the waves.
It's flying. Okay, good.
Okay. I'm just going to stop. So many interesting philosophy and
Mm.
stories.
Yeah, we need to imitate. I'd be very intrigued